Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Our topic of discussion this week is be yourself. I want to talk to you about why it's important that in any given situation you always are yourself, being comfortable in your own skin and being able to honestly express what it is you're thinking at any given time. So it's a very simple topic that we have this week. It's going to be very short, but I think it's something that's very important, and if more of us could embrace ourselves and just be okay with what we have to offer, I think it would change a lot of things or a lot of situations around us for the better. So let's get started. When we are ourselves, we liberate other people to be themselves too. Because when we don't judge what we have to say, or when we don't hold back, our opinions of something, then it means that when other people express themselves, we give them that same, freedom to be themselves and to express whatever it is that they want to. And when we express ourselves honestly, we bring something different to a situation. We allow other people to have something to think about. We were in a Reiki training recently, and I was talking with one of the trainees, and we were discussing how it's important to, just have a positive mindset and to have a positive attitude. And when people are being negative, sometimes it can be difficult to bring in that positive, that positivity into the situation. Because what tends to happen is that when people feel a negative emotion, it tends to overpower them, then they also want to overpower other people with that situation. I bet you've been in a circumstance before where somebody was angry because of something that happened to them, and they wanted to include you in that anger. So when they came to you and they spoke about the situation, they were not being objective. They were bringing their angry opinion and wanting you to agree with that. And sometimes you don't agree because you see things differently, or because it's not your own situation, so you are able to see it from a distance, being able to detach from the emotions that are involved, and meaning that you have a clearer picture of what is actually happening. But when the person is talking to you, then you might not be able to express your different opinion because you're thinking, oh, they're angry, I can't exactly tell them that they are the ones who caused this situation to happen, or I can't exactly express myself because my opinion is different. So you find yourself just agreeing with what they have to say for the sake of just agreeing, but you have a different point of view. The reason why it's important to always express yourself is because when we don't say what we really think, then we don't allow other people to grow, or to have that recognition that maybe something that they're doing is hindering them, or they're getting in their own way. And when we finally have the courage to say our own opinion, then we give other people a chance to do something different. So this person I was talking to at the Reiki training was saying to me that one day, they were having kind of like an off day. They're generally a very positive-minded person, and just when you meet them, they just ignite you with that positivity, and you feel so energetic around them. But this particular day, he was having, a bad day, as we do sometimes. And somebody asked him, hey, how are you doing today? And he just found himself complaining. And the person turned around and said, hey, why are you being so negative? And he just stopped in his tracks and realized, oh my God, I hadn't considered that I'm actually being negative and that I've been like this the whole morning. And then he said to the person, you know what, thank you so much, I hadn't realized. So I have to change the way that I'm thinking if I want the rest of this day to be different. And so that person, by being honest, allowed him to see, the truth of what was happening with him in the moment, allowing him to change a situation for the better. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, that the reason why we are in relationship with different people and different situations and scenarios is because those relationships, you know, they teach us something, and then we also bring something that other people learn. So I'm not, you know, just talking about some kind of like romantic relationship. I'm talking about all kinds of interactions, you know, in relation to something else. So it could be somebody that you know well, or somebody that you don't even know at all. But we have all of these different interactions because we are trying to grow, you know, as a soul, and so we bring different aspects for other people to learn, and they do the same for us. And so when they are themselves to the fullest, that's when we can really get this. And then when we are ourselves to the best of our ability, that's when we also give them something to work with. That's why it's important that in this exchange we are as honest as possible, because I bring something different and they bring something different to the table, and then we learn from one another. And so when you hold back that wisdom or that positive energy or that different mindset that you have, then you don't only just hold yourself back, you hold everybody else back, because then you don't express it, so I don't get a chance to hear it and then learn from it, and then, you know, be able to use it in a different situation. And you see where I'm going with this, right? So that's why I say, you know, just be as truthful as you possibly can be, because when you do that, you're not only doing yourself a service, you're also doing me a service, allowing me to learn from what it is that you bring and what you offer. All right? So this is the simple message that I had for you this week. It's not always easy, you know, sometimes to do the simple things, because when you find yourself in a situation, it can be, you know, difficult to actually really be yourself, because, you know, you're feeling uneasy or uncomfortable. But I hope that it gives you something to think about, so that you can start allowing yourself, you know, in very normal everyday situations, to start speaking your truth and start giving an honest opinion of how you see things, because your voice matters. And this is how we bring peace to ourselves and peace to the world, by being as honest as we possibly can, knowing that our opinion matters just simply because we are here. So have a beautiful week, and hope to see you in the comments. Thank you so very much for watching. Namaste, everybody. Bye. See you next time.